Welcome to the Rooted Podcast, a space for conversations on scripture and culture as we become rooted in God's design for our lives today. I'm your host, Conrad Wozniak, and today we are beginning a short series of devotional moments that we hope would encourage you throughout your days and your weeks. To start off this devotional, I had a friend once tell me that life happens gradually, then suddenly. You wait some more, and then finally, it happens. You know, one of the hardest words that I ever have to hear is wait. Waiting essentially means that you cannot have what you want in that moment. Reflecting on what I say to my kids, the words hold on are among the most frequent that come from my mouth. It doesn't matter what generation we live in, we all live in a culture of immediacy. We can go to the drive-thru and have some fast food. We no longer have to wait to see someone again. We can check in on them on Instagram or through text messages. Microwaves help us with meals. Computers and now AI help us to find answers. We want answers, we want them now, and we have unlimited resources to find them. The reason why waiting is the hardest word is because when we are told to wait, we are experiencing delayed gratification. In the waiting period, for whatever that goal, desire, or outcome may be, there is a word called patience. Patience is simply the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. And God works in our patience. Life happens gradually, then suddenly. As we consider our Bibles, there was a man in Scripture who had to wait, and his name was Abram. In Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 through 3, the Lord said to Moses, "Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you, and I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great." Well, moment after moment went by, day after day went by, year after year went by, and they were no closer to experiencing the fruit of that promise. You see, they didn't have a son. They didn't have that offspring to make them a great nation. In Genesis 15, fast forwarding a few chapters, after these things, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision, saying, "Fear not, Abram. I am your shield. Your reward shall be very great." But Abram said, "O Lord, what will you give me? For I continue childless." And then fast forward, Abraham said, "Behold, you have given me no offspring." You see, in Abraham's culture, a family of descendants was everything. And Abram's name means exalted father. It's kind of an ironic name. His name was Exalted Father, but he was a father of no one in this moment. Well, in all of the waiting, the confusion, the delayed gratification, the patience, God was working. Reflecting on my own life, I understand that it's always harder to wait if you don't know that the outcome is coming. It's harder to wait and it's harder to be patient if you don't have certainty on the other side, when there's no guarantees. But when God promises something, we can live in certainty. Think with me for yourself for a moment. What is something that you're waiting for? What is something that you've been patient in? What has been happening gradually, slowly in your life? Maybe there's a spiritual thing that you're waiting for. Maybe it's victory over a struggle or a temptation. Is there a goal that you're waiting for, or a deep desire or a prayer request that you're waiting to see fulfilled? Is there a next season of life that you're longing for or expecting? What is it? What are you waiting for? Well, Philippians 1:6 reminds us, where Paul is writing to the Philippian church, and he says this in a prayer, so confidently, he says, "And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ." At the end of the day, ultimately speaking, we're all waiting to see Christ face to face. And for those who believe, that is our guarantee. life happens gradually, then suddenly. Back to Abraham for a moment. Once again, years go by, circumstances go by. He turns 99 years old. And in that 99th year, he learns that he's going to be a father. Abraham's promise that was given by God is going to come to fruition. Hebrews 6:13-15 underlines and underscores this moment where it says, "For when God made a promise to Abram, since he had no one greater by whom to swear, he swore by himself, saying, 'Surely I will bless you and multiply you.' And thus Abraham, having patiently waited, obtained the promise." Friend, I hope that you're patient. I hope that in the waiting that you know that God is working. He's working in your circumstances. He's working in your hearts. Life happens gradually, then suddenly. Thank you for joining us for this short devotional moment. We hope that it encourages you today and throughout the week. Join with us next time, where we will continue to have another devotional moment to uplift you as we press on toward the goal for the prize together. For more episodes or more information about the Rooted Podcast or Living Oaks Church, visit our website at livingoakschurch.org. And join us next time on the Rooted Podcast as we engage topics with depth and wisdom, inviting you to think deeply and live wisely in our world today.